Hi guys, I'm Lizzie.
I'm Olivia, and today we're talking about the elephant massacre in the southeastern region of Chad at Zakuma National Park in Africa.
Between May and August of 2006, hundreds of elephants were massacred by poachers for their tusks, and they were brutally chopped off their heads. Even though the poaching was illegal in Chad at the time, efforts to protect the animals were not sufficient, and the elephants were protected in the national park, but not outside of it, so poachers could easily kill the animals near the borders.
For visual representation, this is one of the elephants at the national park. And ivory is a symbol of power and wealth because it's so expensive, and that is why the market for wildlife products is growing so exponentially. And also, poaching is some people's only source of money in developing countries.
So evidence of this environmental damage occurs when the elephant population in Africa overall decreased from 300,000 in 1970 to 10,000 in 2006. And this large decline disrupted the food chain immensely in the Zakuma National Park. And in Zakuma specifically, the population of elephants dramatically drops from 4,350 in 2002 to only 454 in 2010.
That's crazy.
That is. There are also many long-term effects of the disaster, including many of the elephant groups lost their matriarchs, which are like the mothers of the families, which compromises the social, competitive, and physiological functioning. So the young offspring would typically perish with their mothers because of the bond that they had with them, and this would disrupt the age structure and cause groups to not be related to each other, and causes lower reproductive rates and higher stress rates.
Also, elephants in the park would help move nutrients, especially nitrogen, across the land. And in Africa, nitrogen is limited in the forest. And if the elephant population continues to decrease, less nitrogen will be distributed, which limits future growth in the forest. And also, elephants dig water holes in the dry river beds to create a water source for other species. And also, if the population continues to decline, there will be less water sources for other species, killing off more and more people.
So some methods of relief have been attempted. So poaching has been illegal in Chad, Africa, since 1989. But since the huge massacre from 2006, increased aerial surveillance was put in place to spot poaching campsites and protect the borders.
And in 2010, the Chadian government of South Africa had a nonprofit organization ran by Ryan and Laura Lubshari manage the national parks to help rehabilitate failing protected areas like the national park. Since then, poaching has dramatically reduced and the elephant population is growing, which is awesome. And then due to the protection efforts and community work, not one elephant has been slaughtered between 2012 and 2014. And
Yeah, and here we have a picture of the elephants are now breeding again, and there are roughly about 30 new calves in the Zakuma National Park. So basically, they are trying to implement a new population of elephants and hopefully recover the deaths of these elephants.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, hope you learned something.